Antamagara. Tamagara. Now that means, are you looking at him? If it was a woman who said, Miral Tamagara.
Are you looking at her?
Yeah. Kopi Hamagara. I'm looking for the coffee. Oh, made by Yurikari, you know. I said, I saw it over there a while ago, maybe down a different aisle. Kopi Hamagara. Kopi Hamagara. Begal Hechem. You're looking at the person of Hechem, that's to take a glancing look. When you look at Garter, you're looking at it stable. Begal Hechem. Begal Hechem. Hechem is look. You know, if someone's showing you something. And then if you say, Mehechem, then you look at this. Mehechem.
Could I say Bahtssal?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Now,
Mipal Hechem. Yeah, Mipal Hechem.
look at him.
Yeah, that would be look
at him.
That Hechem does not do it though. Mipal Garim would more fit that. Not if you say Hechem, that's kind of looking for him. See, there's a difference in that two meaning. It means similarly, but each one describes a different condition.
Right,
yeah. Mipal Garim. Mipal Garim. Oh, made by Yurikari. I saw it over there a while ago. Oh, made by Yurikari. Mihayipa Garbae. I will see you again. Mihayipa Garbae. You said that to me, and I would say, oh, when? Oh, Chinai. Oh, in other words, okay, when? Oh, Chinai. Duem, I might say, tomorrow. Mihayipa Garbae. Miral Garmara. That means I'd like to look at her. Miral Garmara. Mihayipa Garbae. Mipal Hagarma. I'm kind of looking over him, not over your height, but meaning that I'm kind of studying your...
Examining you.
Yeah. Mipal Hagarma. Mipal Hagarma. Habu Dugma Gala. That's like you're hunting or looking for acorns. Habu Dugma Gala. Habu Dugma Gala.
Can you say ha miral
Yeah, it's Hechma. I am peeking at her. You're not, a real deliberate stare. You're more or less stealthily stealing looks at her. Maybe you're trying to recognize her,
Ha miral.
Hechma. Mipal Hagara. That is, you're kind of there staring at it, for some reason of identification maybe. Looking at her, sizing her up. Dalutalu Hagare. Begalgarim. That means look at them. Begalgarim. Begalgarim.
Look at them.
Begalgarmum.
Garmum.
Yeah, mum. M-U-M. Yeah, in other words, just looking them over. The other word for it too is garim, but that's kind of singularly. I was looking at you for some reason.
And if I just wanted you to glance over, could I say Begal Hechem?
Yeah, Hechem. Hechem is you take a look like, just look,
Okay.
Meh Hechem. Then to look at this. Meh Hechem. Yeah.
So mip miral garmacha. Mip miral garmacha.
Yeah. You don't need a cha on that one.
Okay.
That miral meet gara.
Gara. Okay.
Yeah. That means he is looking at her or watching her or eyeballing her, in other words.
Can you say garmachaya?
Garba. You might say miralki. Yeah, that's in preparation to look. What the implication there would be, but that would never be said. not to look at something, you don't make preparation for it unless you went to the racetrack, you know, you made preparation to go there to watch the horse race, maybe, let's say. Or we never had that type of preparation for looking.
Okay. Can you say garachaya? Like
Gar chaya. You could say that.
Oh, okay.
That is going to look, going to be looking. In other words.
Gar
Chaya.
chaya
Ha.
cha. Gar
Gar
chaya
chaya.
chayacha. Going to look.
He is going to look, or she's going to look.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be looking, or something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Gar mip miral gar chayacha.
Yeah. He is going. Like we're in a grocery store, and I'll tell her Indian. I said, look at those people, you know, because maybe there's something about them. Either they were unmatched, or they were quarreling, or they were arguing, or something. Bagal hechem, I'll say, look at them. Bagal hechem, tilekmaka. Tilekmak is the quarreling there, you know, kind of bickering. Tilekmak. Then she'll look, and then she never understood the words. But of course she looked when I said hechem, that means look. Hechem. Hechem. Katya hechem. I say, che, that means where? Oh, nishe, I'll say. That confirms it, I saw it. Katya hechem. Che. Oh, nishe. Bull, that's a word that could be used anyway. You could say bull garim too. That means look straight, you know, looking with your eyes. Like you look through binoculars, or to a bull garim. Garim is looking. A lot of those words could be used several ways. Dak oiba. That means let's pick up, you know, like picking up rocks or something. Meep waiba tibe heapma. That means he's picking tulips for us.
And we just know that he's picking them to eat?
Yeah,
Well, well, maybe he was picking them to make a boat.
Well, then we would say that.
Okay, all right.
The whole thing is that when you're picking tulips, you're usually picking it to eat. Meep waiba tibe heapma. Meep waiba tibe heapbayacha. Oh, he's quite ready to go pick some tulips for us. Meep waiba tibe heapbayacha.
So when you gather, is that heap?
Yeah, heap. Yeah, we call it dak oi when we're picking up acorns. We call it dak oima.
Dak oima.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's we're actually picking them up over there.
So you could-
whether we
so
shake
you
the
say-
tree or they fell by nature.
Budu ha
Dak oima.
dak oima.
Ma.
That means
That's what we're actually picking the acorns up off the ground.
Mm-hmm. Budu ha
Dak oima.
budu ha
Dak oima. Actually picking the acorns up.
budu ha.
Dak oima. Now the next one, pick up this trash. Let's see. What do we call trash? Trash. Or junk. Trash or junk. We never, let's see. What could
That
we?
may be a word we have to borrow from someplace.
Yeah. I can't think of anything. I never heard a word that implies trash.
Leftover scraps when you're making something?
We did not accumulate, I guess, all the things that we accumulate now.
Yeah.
You know, hell, we accumulate jars, plastic bottles, jugs, you name it, cans, tin cans, everything, and little rags, you know, everything. We didn't have all that stuff, you know, to make that kind of trash, what we refer to as trash. All we had was stuff we could throw in the fire when we were through with it, you know, to burn it like sticks maybe. Then some of those things, like when you're doing that basket work, some of that stuff that you take, you just don't throw that any place. It was destroyed ceremonially, the way you decide to whether you want to wrap it up in small bundles and then burn it at a certain time. But it wasn't just strewn around. You took care of it. Your hair was that serious too. But if you had long hair and it was cut, it wasn't just destroyed. It had to be destroyed ceremoniously. That's what I'm saying. See, we're looking at today's world as opposed to when our ancestors didn't have all that. Sticks, like I just explained to about her, like she makes baskets. She just doesn't throw them leftovers away, throw them over the fence or anything.
Right.
She collects them until one day she finds her own way to destroy them. It's not, just saying they're useless, but you destroy them with some ceremonial feeling. We call it dak oi when we're picking up acorns. We call it dak oima.
Dak oima.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's we're actually picking them up over there.
So you could
whether we shake the
say
tree or they fell by nature.
Budu ha.
Dak oima.
That means
That's what we're actually picking the acorns up off the ground.
Mm-hmm. So when you gather, is that heap?
Yeah, heap. Yeah, we call it dak oi when we're picking up acorns. We call it dak oima.
Dak oima.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's we're actually picking them up over there.
So you could
whether we shake the
say
tree or they fell by nature.
Budu ha
Dak oima.
dak oi
Ma.
ma. That means
That's what we're actually picking the acorns up off the ground.
Mm-hmm. Could you say?
Then we take them home and we don't take them out of the shell. Then we let them dry in the shell.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a lot of people crack them right away. We do that sometime when we really want to eat it. We'll dry it and crack it and eat and dry it in the sun, the meat.
Mm-hmm.
But usually I leave mine right in the sack and let them dry naturally. But so you can do either way, but they got to be dried.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be dried.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's what you do. And then
Dakoi.
Dakoi.
Dakoi is picked up.
Yeah, we use the word heapa too.
Mm-hmm.
One time. Heapa is kind of like implying that you're already in a sack and you're picking it up.
Oh, okay.
So you don't use that.
It isn't gathering.
Yeah,
It's just picking up.
Yeah. Heaping means that it's already over there in what the container, let me say. And all you have to do is go and pick it up now and move it to where you want to take it. Yeah.
How would you say, let's gather tulies?
To be heap up. Or heap bar too, you could use that too.
Yeah.
There's an implication here, means two different things. The same subject, but one, maybe you're grabbing a little 4 or 5 tulies.
Yeah.
That's one way. And the other way is kind of like you're gathering for a whole bunch of people. You get the whole armload.
So heap ba is a whole bunch for a whole bunch of people.
A minute ago when you were talking about acorns, you were talking about picking up a sack would be heapma.
Yeah. Picked up only is in a container. Then you pick it up, the
That's
container, to
heapma.
move it. Yeah.
But that wouldn't be the same for tulies, would
No, it
Because
would not
tulies
be the
wouldn't
same.
in the container.
It's not because you're referring to tulies. You couldn't mix that up because one you're talking about tulies and the other one you're talking about acorns. That's what I said a lot of times. You'll hear this in another place, but the subject matter will make you know what we're saying.
Meep, waiba, tibe, heapma.
Yeah.
And that means he. And if we're going to say let's, then we would just say tibe, heapba,
Yeah. There's no...
or tibe, heapma, whichever we wanted to say. Okay.
Can you say meep waibach tibe heepcha?
Yeah, heapcha. Yes, you could use that phrase, but it would be very seldom. There again is a subject that makes you realize that he is gathering tulips for us. Either way you say it, it would be understood. It's understood by the respondents, So, but I would say heapba.
Can you say Hipayacha. Can you say
Yeah,
hipaya?
that is the implication that he's going to pick it. In other words, he is going to pick it. He's not picking it yet. He may not even be at the water. Meep waiba chibe hipayacha. You know, maybe I was getting ready to go pick tulips for the family, and somebody said, "What's he going to do? What's he doing?" Oh, he's getting ready to go pick some tulips for us. Sometimes they'll use ducha, but ducha is picking too, but more like what would you call it? Like taking leaves off of a limb. You know, you're pushing it down and pulling all the leaves.
Like
on the
stripping
handle.
leaves.
Stripping, yeah.
Okay.
That's what that would mean.
Duka.
Ducha, yeah.
Duka. That could be, okay.
Let's gather acorns, you get acorn. Bodu da koikba. Bodu da koikba. That word literally implies you're there where the acorn is at, and it's on the ground like prunes. And da koik means picking up, like if you're picking up prunes. Bodu da koikba. Bodu is acorns. Bodu da koikba. Bodu da koikba. Sulphur Bank all I ever heard that called was Hawina.
Hawina.
That means the village above the water. There is a ranchery that was called Guhulanapo, meaning the village in the north. And they were from the upper lake area out there. So Shodachai. Shodachai. That means a woman from the east woods. Like Shohawach. That's supposed to be pronounced that way, Shohawach. That means from the east water. And Ta'awina is another one they get mixed up with. That's a village above the sands, you know, like a beach. You have to put Napo on it, because Napo is village. Ta'awina, Napo.
I talked to someone recently who insisted that the village that was over here was called Hulanapo. But there was never a water lily village. Hula?
No, not that I know of. Now here again, they know something I don't know, and I thought I know pretty well. That's Halanapo. But they say there's different, you know, like. I'll give you one real good example. It's Ukiah. Ukiah is a plain, true Indian word. The way you pronounce it in Indian is Ukiah. That means the south head. Ukiah. Kaya is the head. Yeah. And the south head. That's what they call Red Mountain. Oh, that's a big mountain southeast of Ukiah. Down below, tell me where the Ukiah Ranchery is at. They call themselves Ukiah. They're trying to make it sound more glamorous. Oh, no, there's no such thing as Ukiah. But the word is actually Ukiah. That means Ukiah Napo is what they call those Indian people. The village near Red Mountain. To point your finger. Mipalgishgim. Like point at him, you know. Mipalgishgim. Mipalgishgim. The first one on there is raise your hand. We never have occasion to do that. We don't have those kind of words in the Indian word language. We never have reason to say raise your hands to express your approval or whatever. But the nearest I could get to it was mich biha he gayujisgim. In other words, raise your hand, like pointing your finger. Raise your right hand up. Mich, that's your. Biha is hand.
How you say hand?
Biha.
Yeah, right.
It would have been mich biha he. Gayu, that's up.
Yeah, Gayu is
G-Y-U, Gayu. Now don't mistake that for Hayu. Here's that kind of word again. You say Hayu, it means a dog. Gayu is up. There'll be other words similar to that. Jisgim. That, Jish, Gim, you know, like you do geesh, you know, like when you point,
Yeah.
you say do geesh.
Yeah.
That's the only word I could think of to geesh gim, you know, just raise your, point your finger up like for hands, you know, you be, never use that word. We use pointing like a mipa geesh gim, you know, like saying point at him, so you know, you never use this other, raise your hand up. Raise your hand up. Mich bia he gayu jishikim. Mich bia he gayu jishikim. Mich bia he gayu jishikim. Raise your hand up. Mich bia he gayu jishikim. Mich bia he gayu jishikim. Mich biyahe gayu jishikim. Mata marak he by wadugiyaha. Are you going to the roundhouse? Mata marak he by wadugiyaha. Bahas he ta kuya makulma. Is khas. Is a rattlesnake. You're not afraid of the rattlesnake? Bahas he ta makulma. Kulma is scared, afraid. Now, I could say something there for that, are we there yet? In other words, that means, aren't we there yet? Wa ta kuya oki holpili. Wa ta kuya oki holpili. Chemal tamawala. Chemal tamawala. Which way are you going or walking? This here is walking. We put going there, it means the same thing. You could leave this, all of this, the ma'wala. You could leave that off and say chamal. Like if I met you somewhere, I would just say chamal. I wouldn't have to say all the rest of that. That means which way.
Chintamane, let's rest.
That's not the proper way to say that. Chintama shiga or chintama shikva. There is several ways to say that. But that's a question that can be said in about 3 different ways, meaning 3 different things when you're using that. Mata shu ui daluta lu garmara. I'm going to make a word for TV. You could use it for movie too. Da lutulu. That means like you're seeing in your mind and your eyes a picture or a view of movement. That's what that implies. Do you want to watch TV? Mata show dulutulu garmara.
Chintamane, let's rest.
That's not the proper way to say that. Chintama shiga or chintama shikva. There is several ways to say that. But that's a question that can be said in about 3 different ways, meaning 3 different things when you're using that. Chintamani. That's how you say, or how do you say? Chintamani. Chindila ta'e wadil piliyacha. How far is it to where we're going? Chindila ta'e wadil piliyacha. Am tawa sho yehega yacha. That means what shall we do? What are we going to do next, or what are we going to do now? Am tawa sho yehega yacha. Am tawa sho yehega yacha.
Amtama Yehela. Amtama Yehela. Amtama Yehela.
Mishiheta chin. What is your name? Mishiheta chin. Shihet. That's 2 words. That's name. Mich, that's your. Shihet. What is your name? Mich shihet chin. What shall I do next? Amta ha sho iba. Now, if you're going to say something next, you in place of iba, you say niba.
And what's the difference with Iba and Niba?
One is you're talking, and the other one is what you might do. That's iba. And niba is what next you're going to say. And you drag it out, niba. Amha yifa iba. We can't take him, amha yifa iba. Again, I'll do, you know. Tell me again how to, do it. Well, popeletache. Well, popeletache. What I mean, Dima. Well, popeletache. Well, popeletache. What I mean, Dima. Cheta waibach awikhe. Where is our kids? Cheta waibach awikhe. Cheta basalatohe gadola. Where is the Little Dipper at? They told time anyway, not in numbers like we know it, but in division of a day or night. There is things that we see that we can apply, like the stars, the sun, and the moon. Cheta basalatohe gadola. This was at night, see, to tell near what time of the night it was. Wherever it was at, they knew, in its, where it was at a given moment, That's the way they told the time. See, our minds locked in on the white man's clock when they say time. But there was a time and dimension they lived by, and that's what that implies. Cheta basalatohe gadola. No, the word is kui. 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 No, you would say kuye. I would say, do you feel sick? You might say kuye. You'd say, the way you say it, kuye, you say. And if I said kuya, that's something that
would mean something
nothing
else.
Or not at all. Kuye. Bashat is a lie. Ganu bashat ki ganula, you would say.
Talking, he's talking about something.
Ganu bashat ki ganula.
Yeah,
He
talking
is
bullshit.
telling that bullcrap. Chawanga. Chawanga. He
Talking
is
bullshit.
telling that bullcrap. Ganu bashat ki ganula. Ganu bashat ki ganula.
Chintamane, let's rest.
That's not the proper way to say that. Chintama shiga or chintama shikva. There is several ways to say that. But that's a question that can be said in about 3 different ways, meaning 3 different things. When you're using that, chintamani, that's how you say, or how do you say, chintamani. I talked to your grandfather yesterday. I talked with your grandfather yesterday. Is mich got het magha ganula daga. Mich got het magha ganula daga.
Wach Bahtssal Ganu Loike.
Let's talk our Indian language. Tachan nim. Slowly is tachan.
Okay, that's
That means say it slowly. Tachan nim. You speak with forked tongue. We call that balbana in Eastern Pomo. Balbana. B-A-L, bana. Balbana. Waibach ganu, ganulim. We talk in our language. Waibach ganu, ganulim. We dokbach ganu tetelem. Tell me a story. Tell me a story of long ago. So you have to put it that way. You don't have a single word for story. It's based on something, long time ago, or the other day, or a lot like that. Dok means long ago, something, a story. That's how you refer to that as a story when we use that dokbach. Dokbach. We dokbach ganu tetelem. Amha yifa iba. We tetekim amha yifa iba. Again I'll do, Tell me again how to, do it. We tetekim amha yifa niba. That means what to say again, or what to do again. Iba is to do, and niba is what to say again. And is what?
Waldokba.
Ganu tetelem.
Tell us a story.
Tell us, we would have to say wal.
Waldokba.
Ganu tetelem. Chin haniyache. the way I'm going to say it. Chin haniyache. Chin haniyache. I said, this is Yayabach. I said to her, she likes it. I'm just saying this.
Yeah.
I think we got that down pretty well, and Beverly's doing this in shorthand over here, and I can't understand it.
Tore that horse apart.
She just goes, well, this is just like writing a song. The next one, pull ma ni. I said it straight, but when you say pull ma, that means you, so it's not I. You said it straight. Pull ma ni. Ma, again, remember, is you. If I said pull ma ni, I said you said it straight. If we said I said it straight, I would say ha, pull ni. Ha is I. You wouldn't put that in ma ni. You would put a ha, pull ni. Okay. Kolu tatala. Did you catch cold? Kolu tatala. Kolu tatala.
How you say it?
Kolu is
Kolu?
coughing, but it's applied to
Yeah, okay.
cold.
Kolu, yeah,
You
right.
did you catch cold? I said.
No.
You're supposed to say. See, it's words like that be kind of neat to catch on to,
Yeah.
you know. Kolu tatala.
Did you get
Started to get sick, yeah. Kolu is the way we say cough too. Coughing. Kolu tatala. Kolu tatala. Makwim show alalma. Don't get sick now. Makwim show alalma. Chin kank tamakalalma. How long were you sick? Chin kank tamakalalma. Chin kank tamakalalma. Nistanke.
If I ask you how you were feeling, you might
then
say
I said
nistanke.
If I said mata chin or chindae or whatever, you would say nistanke. Nistanke, that would be reply. Tanke. Nistanke. Nistanke. Then you might, this would be a reply to a why, you know, chin isa ta ma nista. That why are you feeling bad? Chinaita makalalma. When did you get sick? Chinaita makalalma. Chinaita makalalma. Why are you feeling bad? Chin isa ta ma nista. Chin isa ta ma nista. That would be the question. Chin isa means why. Chin isa ta ma nista. Chin isa ta ma nista. Dok bek he me el mahe. The new songs long time ago. Dok bek he me el mahe. Wach me e nia. That's saying my father is singing. Wach me e nia. Wach me e nia. We che ni do yim.
Do yim.
Yeah, that's teach.
Teach me to sing.
To sing, teach me, like che song. Ni to sing. Do yim.
Do yim.
Yeah. We che ni do yim. Phrases like that are never used in Indian. If you want to learn to sing, you just to make yourself welcome when I'm singing and learn that way, you know. There might be times when they ask to learn to sing. I know I learned to sing just by listening and going there. I never asked anybody to teach me to sing.
You got a good ear.
And nobody had ever asked me to listen to them sing. Mepomba. Let's smoke this. Mepomba. Throw out your gum. Michawe kol bilim. That's kind of like spitting it out, you know, out of your mouth. Michawe kol bilim. Sacha. Sacha. Now, that sacha covers several different things that implies smoke. Saha is, the smoke from the fire.
Okay.
That's also Saha. And Saha is also the tobacco that makes the smoke. And it's also imply the smoking part. So you say Saha Poma, they are smoking, meaning they're smoking a cigarette or a pipe or whatever. Saha Poma, they are smoking, meaning they're smoking a cigarette or a pipe or whatever. Saha Poma. Umcha, tobacco, umcha. Go, kutli about 10. That means man with a big mouth. He speak with forked tongue. We call that balbana in Eastern Pomo. Balbana. B-A-L, bana. Balbana. That's a lie. Ganuba shut. Ganuba shut. Ganuba shut.